What is up, plant community? It's the Green Thumb here. So, I looked in the forecast. I'm not seeing any frost. Usually, right around now, we don't see any frost, and really, we should have been seeing a frost in April. I mean, mid April, sure. Start of April, sure, but not this far, all the way until May. But yeah, so I ain't seeing no more frost, so guess it's just time to get started. Because usually in May, they say that you want to wait until Mother's Day and then start planting, but that hasn't been the case lately here. So, time to start planting up. This is the White Bird of Paradise. Use these a lot in the gardens. I just took him outside too, and so I was curious if he would scorch, but he hasn't. Because usually when you take plants outside and they haven't adjusted properly, after a few minutes, maybe a couple of minutes, you'll start to see some scorch, and it'll look like that. That's old. That's been there. So guess I'm good to go ahead and play him up. And this is the little area I'm working with. This is what I got plant up. So I gotta think, where am I gonna start here? Of course, I got my shovel and little handheld thing right there, whatever you call that. And I got to determine where am I gonna start here. So we got all this crap, and I like that crap. But man, does it take up a lot of space, a lot of fertilizer, so I gotta make room for everything. So what am I gonna be planting up in this little area? Well, we got the Musa Beiju that I gotta plant up. White Bird of Paradise, gotta determine where I'm gonna put him. And then with that, I got going over here, I got the red canna lilies, the variegated canna lilies, happen to forget the name right now, and then I got no, that's calla lilies, sorry, and then I got the canna lily itself that I gotta plant up, and I gotta determine where I'm gonna put all this. So guess we'll start out with this guy, because if we look, we got a little one too. I can't quite plant up the little one yet, because I gotta plant it quite deep, so I gotta determine how am I gonna plant this quite deep. And so I want to make sure too that it's kind of in the zone where it'll be the warmest. I'm gonna say up against the wall. The wall kind of gives heat, so I'm gonna put it right there. And man, you've gotten kind of big. The dog kind of ate a little bit of it, but let's say right there, huh? Yeah, I like it there. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna plant it right there. Take the tag out. So, go put this guy right there. I watered him a little bit yesterday. Take this tag because the wind is blowing something horrible. I'm actually going to put it in my pocket. So, what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and separate it and put the root mass in there itself. And that should allow me to get the depth I need to make it quote-unquote cold hardy. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in here and I'm going to pop this out of the nursery container. Not that this was the actual nursery container it was in. I just like to recycle a lot of my nursery containers. And I'm let's see what we're working with here. Now that's a little broke, but it's still green, so it's still doing something. And yeah, I'll be back once I get out of the pot, because I can't do it with one hand. So I'll be back when I get this guy out of the pot. He's probably real rooted in there too, because I planted him up early spring. So I'll be right back with that. I actually paused the video. I found a metal piece there whenever they were doing all this guttering up here, and yeah, it's not good. That'll cut somebody. So anyways, I got over here, kind of stepped in it right there, and yeah, it's alright. A lot of this is going to be getting dug up anyways, and probably, I would say throw away, but this could get invasive. I don't want to just toss it like that and hurt the environment. What stays in the garden stays in the garden. Anything that grows in the garden that's not supposed to be there, I keep out. Alright, so let's look here. So you can see it was getting rooted, nice and rooted anyways, but time to separate these guys. So just kind of get in here and just continue to tickle these roots till I can really get in there and separate these guys. Now, I'm not really worried if the roots get damaged a little bit here. That's gonna happen. Still can't separate him quite yet. For all I know, it could all be just one big bulb. Oh, no, we're starting to get him. Come on. Just gotta tickle these roots out. Continue, come on. Come on. There we go. Alright, so now what we'll do is we'll take this little guy, repot him back up, and we'll have enough roots to continue him, so that way he can get nice and big, and when he gets big enough, we can plant him up somewhere. So we'll put him right there by my cup, keep him in the shade. Alright, now I gotta dig that hole. So I'll be right back with that. Okay, man. Lots of sirens going off. Might be the dang zombie apocalypse or something. Oh, I messed this up. Because of course Jared would. Of course a green thumb would. Oh, hey, I forgot I had this. That's just kind of sitting there dying. Could remove him, I guess. Anyways. So yeah, I think that will be deep enough. Because you want to plant these guys fairly deep for them to be cold hardy. Really kind of deeper than that, but I feel like with this area and the microclimate, we'll be good. Because this whole area is the microclimate. So, yeah, usually we're in a zone 6, and this is kind of a good little climate to be in. I know when the Arctic blast hit and it really hurt these guys, it did a little damage there on him, but it did nothing to this guy. Nor did it do anything to our native cacti, but that's native cactus. But, so, yeah. Anyways, microclimates are important. Always remember that. Microclimates can help you with, doing things that you normally couldn't do. And doing a little bit more of zone pushing. Or if you want to protect a plant, then you can do that route too. Anyways, I better get this guy planted up. And when I plant him up, you'll actually see how deep I planted him. Hey there, guys. Alright. So, I went ahead, potted this little guy up. I haven't watered him in yet, but he will be watered in once I plant up everything. So, remember how much taller that guy was? Yeah, giant canna lilies. Yeah, definitely not as tall as he was. You have to plant him about that deep for him to be cold hardy. But they have survived here in a zone 6. And my local nursery has proven that. So I will definitely keep it here. And hopefully that'll help it and that'll keep it growing. Hers comes up every year, and hers is literally out in the open and by the road. So that there should tell you something. That is probably more cold hardy than what we give them credit for if you plant them deep enough. See, in a zone 6, we got kind of plant deep in order to zone push things sometimes, or we have to protect them. So yeah, he's planted up. Now the next thing I got plant up is these. I might plant the banana first, because I have that exactly where I want that. Now I have the Musa Beiju, and I have the red calla lily, variegated calla lily. So many lilies out here, it's hard to keep the name of them. Yeah, so I'm thinking that I want them somewhere in the middle. But I gotta determine that where am I gonna place my Musa Beiju? Because I want to give it a little bit of space where it could sucker. Because again, I'm working with a real small space. I think I like it right there. That's probably more than likely where I'll put it. So that way it can sucker, but yet not too much. And I'll protect it. And I got a way I'm going to protect that. But anyways, the Musa Beiju banana. Cold hardy banana. Let's go ahead and play him up. Gonna be using the shovel here. Of course, I can't use the shovel and talk to you guys, sadly. So we'll play him up about the same depth as him. Probably get them all roots, so that way we can plant them deep enough. Alright, be back with that. Okay, guys, got the red banana. I'm thinking about this guy over here, where the little hole is over here. Thinking about him. Like, man, red banana. No, it's not red banana. The Musa Beiju cold hardy banana is planted up. I planted him deep, but the ground's already warm here compared to the back, which is a good sign for a microclimate. So, am I worried about him dying back? Yeah, I mean, they're going to die back all the time, but you know, I'm also going to be protecting some of the pseudostems. So, the pseudostems I'm going to want to keep will be planted in there. Will not be planted, but they'll be protected. And I'm going to have a specific way this winter I'm going to protect them. But, yeah, so the Musa Beiju is now planted up. I haven't watered anything in yet because I'm still not done. So next up, look at all of that I had to get rid of. I'll just get rid of all of it, to be honest. But kind of like it as a covering. Alright. So now I gotta think here. Do I want to plant these guys up first, or should I go ahead and plant him up first? Well, where do I want him, really? The white bird of paradise. Right here. right there. Right specifically there's where I want him. So I guess we'll unpot him, because I'm probably going to need a shovel for him, because he's probably really root bound. You can see as some of these stems are wrinkled up, which means he probably has not been getting the proper water that he's been needing. So we'll just, can't do it with one hand, but we'll unpot him. Well, ain't that just a mess? So yeah, I did dig him up. The soil is severely dry. Surprised he even survived this long, to be honest. But, yeah, I'll probably need a shovel for his little area, because he's got a decent root ball on him. So I'll dig him out a hole. Alright, guys. I got him planted up now. I know some of you might be thinking, well, if he's already underneath all that stress, wouldn't digging him up hurt him? And my answer to that is no. Actually, I dug him up one good time, and he only had about that much root on him. And I overwintered him, and he was a very successful plant to overwinter, even with really only a stub for a root. So, no, and if anything, this will just help him out in the long run, because his roots will be regenerated and he will have fresh soil. And I actually expect him to grow a lot this year, considering that he now has fresh and good soil around him. So, time for the next plants to plant up. So, now we have the common red canna lilies. Sorry about that. Oh, please don't blow over. Anyways, you know what? If you do, I'm just going to plop you on the ground. So, anyways, so we got the red canna lilies. So, these are, I call them common. Sorry for a bit of the stutter there. I got distracted. ADHD moment, man. I remember one time I had this one person where, he was talking to me. I was just looking around, and he's talking to me. I'm like, I didn't hear him. And she said, Jared, that's nice. The person at the cash register, I'm like, yeah, because I didn't want to be rude. I was scared of being like, hey, man, I'm sorry that I didn't hear you. But, yeah, sometimes that happens. I'll get distracted, and I'll make weird noises or something like that. And, probably still have a bit of ADHD, if I had to be completely honest with everybody. Alright. Now that guy. He's probably not even fully rooted in this pot, let's be honest. Where am I going to put him? Whew. So much we're doing today. He's so common, though. That's the thing. So I don't really want to showcase him as much as, say, I would a variegated canna lily, which I got 2 of them. So if I'm not really looking to show him off as much, I think I'm probably more likely going to put him right there. Because, like I said, I'm not really looking to show him off like that. No, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like him, you know, I love my canna lilies no matter what. I guess if you also bury them about a foot deeper, they can survive too. So I really want him up against the sidewalk here, because I want to try them out too. But I guess they clump, so you gotta be a little careful with that. If you want them to clump, that's fine. And honestly, I'll dig these guys up, the variegated boys, compared to them, because they're just so stupidly common here. Like, nobody has a unique taste for different varieties. And it's like, yeah, I mean, some might be plain green, Some might have a yellow variegation, but it's a different variety, and these are just so stupidly common that it's kind of annoying. It's like, come on, guys. Like, change it up a bit. But anyways, I usually dig these up a storm for the winter, but I'm probably going to try something different. I know last time I did, they did not survive. I thought they would, but I probably didn't have them deep enough. So, yeah, let's see what we're dealing with here. Alright, guys, I got him out. So we're dealing with another little meager root system, so I definitely won't have no trouble with putting them over there. And that's probably exactly what I'm going to do. And then for the variegated ones, I'll probably put more in the middle here. So, let's get that part started, shall we? And so, yeah, I still got that soil. I'll probably wind up recycling now. Probably just dump that into that, so that way we got good soil if we need it, and good topsoil. Alright, be back, guys. Alright, guys. I got rid of a lot of that. I definitely put these guys in now. So, now it's time to put in the variegated guys, since I made room for them. I'll definitely have to clean out this sedum more. I'll have to do it, later on. I mean, I don't mind this much of it, but, like, it's hard to keep it under control, because it's like, any little bit of stem, or any bit of root, or leaf, can form a whole new plant. And that's kind of what the issue is with it, really. But, yeah, okay, time to, start the, well, you can't really see them, but the other canna lilies down here. Get them in. Alright, guys. I planted the variegated canna lilies in, and like I said, I cleaned up all that. And, so yeah, this is the result so far. Still have a lot to do. Ain't even gonna lie. I got maybe 2 more plants I can plant in this small bed. I was gonna plant a Dracaena, but I'm looking now and I don't really see no room for it. But yeah, I haven't watered everything in yet, but it will be watered in. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely gonna be watering it in, but like I said, you know, I know everything looks kind of crappy now, but give it a minute and everything will look good again. Especially this sedum, man. I gotta get more of that out. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a good rest of the day. And of course, well, before I go, I just want to take note, I will give updates on this, because it'll definitely grow, and it'll grow nice, big, lush, and then, you know, I'm going to be adding some elephant ears too, because normal places where I have them, I'm not putting them there anymore, because I no longer have 2 of them. I mean, I do, but I gotta let one grow, so, like, I'm going to be putting one on the side over here, and one over here, and, you know, just try and really give that nice tropical lush look. Anyways, have a good rest of the day, guys. I gotta water all this in. Have a good rest of the day, guys. I hope you're enjoying your gardens, too.